Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today I'm going to present my article with the title The Influence of Motivation to Use Social Media and Source Credibility on Customer Equity in Natural Public Brands Mediated by Parasocial Relationships. The first one is about an introduction. So what is the background of my research? The background is the widespread use of social media. The increasing use of social media every day causes the landscape of the media to expand rapidly and has provided opportunities for businesses. Then companies respond to extensively connect and engage with customers through social media. Integrating customer activities through social media encourages companies to engage customers in collaborative conversations and increase customer equity. And they can enabling customers to empathize with celebrity endorsed by related brand on social media. By considering the effectiveness of social media as a marketing tool using celebrity media, it is therefore important to consider the perfect way to harness the power of celebrity parasocial relationships. In selecting celebrities as brand ambassadors, the source credibility factor is one thing that needs to be considered. And companies can identify what motivations encourage media users to use social media. Companies can encourage media users to access social media by facilitating parasocial relationships that arise between media users and celebrities they endorse or they make as brand ambassador through product postings that show celebrity collaborations with their product brands. So here it is, my object of my research. So I use Nature Republic as my object, and they use NCT 127 as their brand ambassador, and they often share their collaborations posts on social media. Like this, like there is a free gift for the customers, like a free sunblock with the signature of the members. And then the research model and hypothesis. So this is the research model, and there are 7 hypotheses like on the screen. And for the method, the first one is sample and data collections. Data was collected through the distributions of online questionnaires. Sampling technique using purposive sampling with respondent criteria. Social media users in Indonesia have purchased Nature Republic products over the past year, know about the collaborations between Nature Republic and NCT 127, and have seen the collaborations post on social media. In the study, there were 142 respondents who met the criteria and processed the data. And for the measurements, a total of 4 variables, which are motivation to use social media, source credibility, parasocial relationships, and customer equity, were used in the study, and its variable item was measured using a 5-point Likert scale. And the data from the respondents were then processed using some analysis through the evaluations of the PLS model with the Smart PLS program. And here is the results. The first one is outer model evaluations. The first one is from the outer loading. So I did the deletions of indicators. I did deletions for 3 indicators in motivation to use social media, which is X13, X1.4, and X1.5, and 2 indicators of customer equity, Y3 and Y4. And for the validity and reliability tests, variables have an AV value more than 0.5. So this indicates that its variable has good discriminant validity and can be said to have passed the validity test. And its variable has a composite reliability value more than 0.7. So this indicates that its variable passes the reliability test. And for the collinearity statistics, the p-value is less than 5, so that it doesn't violate the multicollinearity test. And the next one is for the intermodal evaluations. The first one is coefficient determinations. The magnitude of the influence of motivation to use social media, source credibility, and parasocial relationships variables on customer equity is 37.4%. Meanwhile, the magnitude of the influence of the variable motivation to use social media and source credibility and parasocial relationships is 47.6%. And for the goodness of it, the magnitude of the diversity of research data that can be submitted by the research model is 67%, whereas the remaining 33% is clarified by other factors outside the variables studied in this study. And for hypothesis testing, the direct effect test, it shows that uh, hypothesis 1 and hypothesis 5 are rejected, and hypothesis 2, hypothesis 3, and hypothesis 4 is accepted, like shown on the screen. And for the indirect effect test, the hypothesis 6 is rejected, and for the hypothesis 7 is accepted. So then for the discussions, because parasocial relationships mediate the source credibility on customer equity. And also source credibility positively influence parasocial relationships, and also parasocial relationships positively affect customer equity. So we can say that the credibility of celebrity who is used by a brand as a brand ambassador will affect customer perceptions in forming parasocial relationships with the celebrity. The higher the source credibility of the celebrity, the higher the possibility of forming a parasocial relationships between the celebrity and the customer. With good customer relationship management through the use of parasocial relationships, it will provide opportunities to increase customer equity from customers towards the brand, which is also expected to increase company profits. And the next one, because parasocial relationships doesn't show a mediating effect between motivation to use social media on customer equity, and also motivation to use social media negatively affect parasocial relationships. We can say that the cause of the lack of influence between motivation to use social media on parasocial relationship in this study could be caused by the celebrity media used in the parasocial relationships process in the study, which is NCT 1 to 7, which may not have an effect on the perception of some respondents in the formations of parasocial relationships through social media in the case of this study. This is reinforced by the fact that 17% of respondents are not fans of NCT 1 to 7, so that not all respondents in the study care about parasocial relationships that arise in the use of social media when they see in the collaboration paths of Nature Republic and NCT 1 to 7. And the last one, motivation to use social media positively affect customer equity. This can be an opportunity for companies to maximize the motivations of using social media by customers to increase customer equity. And the last one, conclusion. This study shows that the parasocial relationships that is formed between media users and celebrities who are used by companies as brand ambassadors provides opportunities for business by facilitating parasocial relationships that may arise between media users and celebrities. Companies can establish and improve relationships with customers, which are expected to increase customer equity, which will also provide profits to the company. This study also found that motivations to use social media has a direct effect on customer equity. If the company is able to facilitate and maximize customer motivations in using social media, it will also improve customer relationships, which can trigger an increase in customer equity from customers towards the brand. Thank you.